So as you can see, you got a lot of grease in there too. And the drain hose that goes into the laundry tub, you want to always make sure you got a screen on that. You know what I'm talking about, the screen for that? You can go to Home Depot and buy them, they're only a few dollars. But you want to keep a screen on there because all the lint that comes out of the washing machine goes in here, turns into like almost like a black grease. Yeah.
So just some sort of strainer at the
Yeah, that's all it is it goes over the tube, you tighten it up, yeah. Yeah, that was really good that what I thought was a crack would have, you know, it would cost some money being that deep out there in the yard.
What's the depth of this pipe, do you know?
The depth at the back there is 8 foot.
8 foot deep?
Yeah. Well, because the reason for that is from here all the way out, you have to have a 1/4 inch every foot so that you have a proper pitch, so it all drains off.
That makes sense. So it gets deeper.
Yep. Deeper as we go. Probably only 4 feet outside the foundation wall or so.
Do you know the history of how they used to lay this pipe in? Did they just trench it out? Or did they bore it in? Or?
No, they trench it out. They trench it out and then they pea gravel it, you know, so that so once you have that pitch, you don't lose it. If you take your time and do it right, even today I see, you know, everybody that has PVC piping here, if it's PVC all the way out, I think it's in people's heads that it's PVC piping. As long as you glue it all the way around, all the connections, you never get tree root, all that stuff. Yes, it's very true. But you still have to bed the ground correctly to keep that pitch. And I think people do it way too fast. I see them with 30 and 40 foot bellies in the line. And there's nothing you can do when you got a belly like that. You got to dig it up. Okay, so this here is just calcium buildup with a little bit of tree root on the top. You get calcium buildup. Sometimes I see it blocking 90% of the line. And the water jet will take that out also. Yep. Here we got some more tree root. And with this heavy tree root, I would recommend that you,
Put some of that killer
well, no, you really want somebody to come in and power wash it out. But now here's where I saw a problem that
looks like
it looks like a break to you, right?
Yeah.
And the only time that, you know what, they call it a fern coat. And the fern coat is basically this here. You can't see it because there's metal on top. But it's just a rubber boot that goes over. The only time that you ever use a fern coat to make a connection outside is going from one material to another. Going from the cast iron to PVC or going from PVC to clay.
Why couldn't you just do from the same material to the same material?
Because what you can, and sometimes they do, and it kind of messes with us because we're not sure. Right now, to take a look in there and see if there's the fern coat on the outside of that in that little space is very hard for us. I can go home and put it on my big screen and I can lighten it up as much as I want, but if it's not the right camera angle, I won't be able to tell. You know what I mean?
But you would know based on the transition from one material to the next. Is that why it's like the rule of thumb to?
Yeah, but sometimes they still do it.
Gotcha.
So
Is that part of like code? Like,
yeah.
Or is that, okay.
So this is one of those that I'm going to have to say I want to lighten up to see if this is, because number one, that's really
It looks like a whole section is just gone.
It sure does. It sure does. And what I try to do is run a little water to see if it goes outside of that pipe, and if it doesn't, then I call it a fern coat. I call it that. There's nothing wrong with it.
So would you turn on the tap or would you flush a toilet?
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on right here, and it's going to take a while because it's it's 40 feet out here. But I'm not going to turn it too high because I want to be able to see the water go outside there. If I don't see it go outside, I'm going to call that. Well, see, the problem is that we've got tree root in there too, which Well, the water should really tell me. I saw this gap when I was going out.
So say if we dug up the pipe